Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Bengals and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there in week 1. And for a lot of these teams that have playoff hopes, it seems like small beginnings, but this is where those playoff dreams and ultimately those Super Bowl runs all get their starts.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Make no mistake about it, Mike, even though these games might not mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, they certainly matter when it comes to the evaluation of these rosters. You just can't replicate these situations of live reps in practice. So what do coaches do? They give guys a little bit of taste in the preseason games. Can you separate yourself from the rest of the pack? I'm excited to see who steps up, who makes a case to snatch one of these roster spots over these next couple hours.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's Brown. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Burrows from out of the gun here on third down. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? Burrow. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's in. Andre Yosivon. Touchdown, Bengals. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Lions offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. On 2nd down, Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so
That is intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up third down. Throwing is Stroud. And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground is Brown. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Burrow. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. We'll try to establish some tempo. They start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
On the quick, right?
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Stroud. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the...
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Back to throw, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Ryland's kick is good. And the Bengals stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Lions offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
They'll run with Gibbs. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Stroud. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. As you're seeing in this drive, He
slams it in there, and he is in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready to get back to work. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Now, Burrow. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Taken in by Gesicki. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 17-7 is the score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. First and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now, a give to Davis. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. 3rd down and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground, and he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They send the tight end in motion. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Bengals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Here's Davis. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They've got it at the 8. 1st down and goal. They bring their tight end right. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit, and now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
They'll run. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
2nd and a yard. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Ronnie Bell. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A handoff here, up the middle, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He gets this into the hands of Green. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Third and 9. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Finding room at midfield. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to the air one more time. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Quick throw here is complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, it's taken in. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions will go up by a point here in the second quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now Davis. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. That's complete. Jermaine Burton. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. This is Davis. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. He's going to have the 1st down and then some.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll go again with Davis. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The home team's offense ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Give them 14 on that play. 1 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
And on a game where it seems like this quarterback hasn't really done much wrong, that's really his most critical missed throw so far. He's had himself a really good game up until this point, but I think that's one when he goes back and watches the tape, he knows he should have had it.
He's going to try it here again. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. That's complete to all the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll look to throw yet again. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Mike Tirico.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with first and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big game.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Slot man in motion right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up second and long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A marker comes in as he goes down. It is a sack, and that flag definitely in the area of holding. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. That's to the right side for Burton. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
The Lions offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Throwing now from the gun. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He'll drop to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Holding offense.
The Lions will punt this ball away. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Davis. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, faking the give. He'll get that to all his tight end. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Yosivas. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job here by the tight end, understanding that if you're not open, get open. And if you are open, stay open. He found a nice void in the zone on the backside of the defense, friendly to the quarterback. Nice pickup.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Run here with Davis. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. going now on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's Burton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2, and we'll start this drive with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They've got the... And they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. A run with Davis. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Back to the air one more time. That'll be caught by the running back, Davis. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Bengals will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Williams now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field, so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows. Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Bengals offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And this one will not work. He goes out of bounds. They're going to drop 4 on that one. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. Swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The Lions offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, and it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come 4th down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up 1st and goal.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Stroud. This one caught at the 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Stroud going to set up to throw. To the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Here's Stroud to the line. His guy's going to try to get 2 more. Now they'll set up to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Bengals offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Slot receiver, headed right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. Here's 2nd and 2. A tight end in motion now. On second down, a run with Davis. And he'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. What a time for a pick six for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Now a give to Davis. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. On the handoff, it's Davis. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch and they can't get out in front. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. On the return, it's Williams. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That one on target for Williams. He's got it. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
I like a little bit of this risk-taking when you found yourself with the lead in the 4th quarter. Conservative wisdom says, just punt it away and let your defense win this game for you. But now after going for it on 4th down and extending the drive, they can continue to work this clock. And even if they do have to give the ball back to their opponent, they're going to get the ball back with a lot less time. So I really like that decision.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Straight ahead with Gibbs. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
1st and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's Stroud. Left side to the hands of Neighbors. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
Holding offense.
They get the center, Graham Barton.
Still 1st down.
Now it is 1st and goal. Back to throw, Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On second down, Stroud. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Two incomplete passes now lead to this third down and goal. Now Stroud. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions are going to extend their lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's that man again, another catch. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. On the ground once more, it's Davis. 15-yard pickup there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
Holding. Offense.
On the ground, it's Davis. Not much. Second and long coming up. Now this time they'll look to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That is caught, and he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
43, Bengals 36.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. On target to Laporta. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 3rd down, they go with Gibbs. And that'll move the sticks. 1st down, up to the 40.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? This 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Gibbs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside 35. So now the Bengals use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They hand it to Gibbs. Gibbs with a 1st down and more. Good-looking drive rolls on 18 more yards.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So it's a win here for the Lions as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.